All right, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of the Sportsload. This time it's the trio, the three musketeers on. We got Mr. GPS, and Mr. Van over there. How we doing, sir? All right, all
So,
right. Well, this one will be one of the light ones today. We're just gonna get into college basketball, some baseball, and whatever's left, whatever residue is left from the NFL. We'll get right to it. But before we do all that, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep showing them love, them comments. You heard? All right, fellas, let's get right to it. Jameis Winston to the New York Giants. Yay or nay?
yay for Malik neighbors, nay for everyone else.
Everybody else, yeah, pretty much
Yeah,
nailed it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Malik Neighbors is gonna have enough. His numbers are gonna be so inflated, bro.
Winston's
It's
gonna
gonna be
throw for
crazy.
like 50 touchdowns, but also 30 interceptions.
Yeah,
That's the
he's
thing.
good. He's good for like a good 25 or 20. You know what I mean? Something
Yeah,
It might
crazy.
be the best receiver you ever worked with.
Probably right.
yeah.
Could be.
It has to
I
be.
mean,
And
he did have
Jerry Judy is probably second.
what? He did have Mike Evans though, right?
Oh yeah, on Tampa. Yeah,
Yeah. Mike
young Mike
Evans.
Evans too.
Yeah, and Mike Evans always had. I think he's what 13 years straight with like 1,000 yards
Oh
easily.
yeah.
Yeah,
So Malik Neighbors, if I'm him, I'm just like, well, gotta get healthy. Gotta get these bones, get them bones ready. Pause.
Get his tendons
He's
ready.
he, yeah, but something tells me that I don't think the Giants are done. I think they're still gonna go after Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers because the deal is just like an $8 million deal for 2 years, which technically, and Gary, you know this, it's a 1 year deal pretty much. Like they could just
yeah.
count their losses. So I still think they're in another vet quarterback market because if you got DeVito and Winston and then possibly the kid, one of the kids, one of the quarterbacks, um, then that leaves Tommy DeVito as the odd man out, right? You would think.
Well,
Yeah.
are they
But,
drafting one still? You think, or they're gonna
well,
just
here's the thing.
they might draft one
It's a
still
vet.
late in the rounds, right? They're not gonna go for a
That's what
quarterback
I
right away
think.
now.
That's the thing. Like if they go after, even if it's Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers, I still think they'll go quarterback, but they'll go quarterback in the later rounds, which I think is a great move. Or
Better
trade like
move
or
for
late
sure.
first round. Yeah, because in my head I'm thinking you go for Travis Hunter or best player available, which I think is Travis Hunter because it kills two birds with one stone. You got a receiver and you got a corner, so you get him, and then you have the second pick in the second round. You could literally trade that maybe another late round pick from this year or next year, whatever, and get back into the first round and maybe get the kid from Louisville or yeah, that's the only guy I would see late second round and like as a late first round pick is that kid from Louisville. Henderson is his name, right?
I'm
Is
not
it
sure.
Henderson?
I forgot his
From
name. It's
Louisville,
saying
I don't
some.
remember.
Yeah, the
Yeah, it's
quarterback
some
from
weird name.
Louisville. Yeah, he's another guy that's like pushing up in the draft. I think Jackson Dart is gonna. It went from late first round to now. I think this kid's gonna be probably the top
Top
10.
10. Yeah,
Top
his
10. Yeah,
name Saints.
he, he's gonna be the Jet. He's gonna be the Zach Wilson, Sam Darnold, the Mike
Uh,
Trubisky.
that's
He's
always
gonna be that
great.
guy. Not saying he's gonna be a bust. Pause. I just think he's just gonna. He's the hype around him is that. It's just that.
Tyler
And
Slough,
yeah,
is that who you're talking about for the Louisville?
the look. What's his name?
Slough or Shao
Yeah,
something?
yeah, it's something
Tyler
like that. I
Shao.
Where I
can't
get
pronounce it.
where I get Henderson from?
I have no idea, but that's I looked it up, and that's who the quarterback was for
Yeah,
Louisville.
he's another one that's rising through the ranks as far as quarterbacks.
Also like Will Howard too, I believe.
Yeah, Will
I think
Howard's
that's what I
definitely
meant to
one.
say. That's what I'm thinking about. Will Howard.
Yeah.
Kyle
I got Henderson in
McCord,
it.
Quentin Ewers, any of those guys.
Howard is from where?
Ohio State.
Ohio State. Yeah, I personally like the Syracuse quarterback. Van, you know this. You know how
Yeah,
I
I
feel.
love.
We
He's probably my favorite
McCord, yeah.
quarterback.
yeah, he's my favorite quarterback, but he's definitely not a first round. He's not even a second round. But
Like yeah, fourth, fifth.
yeah, and I think he's a gem. He's one of those. He could be a steal.
Yeah,
But again, the knock on him is the strength of competition. But if you look at that Miami game, he cooked that team up. He really cooked that team up. But back to the Giants, I think they'll pick the best player available at 3, which I think will be the best move, and then gets the quarterback that they
they need
that they can get.
They
in the
need
second
Travis
round.
Hunter on the offense so he could tackle the player when he gets the interception.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great play. That's a great thing because when Winston throws a pick, it's gonna you have a guy to tackle the ball away, maybe strip the ball away too and get it back. You know what I mean?
He's gonna be your
So
number 3.
yeah, like I think this kid is. I think that'd be an ideal move, but I think it all depends on whether or not they get Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers. I think it's most likely. I find it weird that Aaron Rodgers went. They did the interview with them over the weekend. And he still didn't get a contract yet. That to
I think
me,
that's on Rodgers.
yeah.
He has to go to
it's not on
Peru still to
Steelers.
get high, you know?
Yeah, he got to go to Peru and do something while I was gonna think about it.
Yeah, I gotta get high
But-
first, bro. I
or-
can't make a decision right
yeah.
away. It's rash.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be that's a sign though, like that the Giants are still in it. But I think whether or not if they get one of those two guys, I think the Giants will go different route in the third with the third pick. But if they just get Jameis and Stan Pat, then they're 100% sure they're going for the quarterback. The problem is, I think Cleveland's going quarterback as well. I think they could. I don't know, but the thing is, I don't think Shador likes the thought of going to Cleveland. You know what I mean? I think he could pull like Eli Manning and be like, and then maybe Cleveland do a swap out or just pick Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. And then get, I don't know what the draft stocks are looking like in the this year's draft. I don't know if they even have a second round pick. I'm not too sure. But they could definitely get a quarterback late, or even like they might even go be in a. They had a good interview with Russell Wilson too. They might end up just throwing the bag at Russell Wilson and just like, yo, the price went up. Come play with. We actually want you. Like, you know what I mean? We want you to be our number one.
Did they drop Watson?
No, but he's not gonna play this year, and he restructured his contract. Look, when it comes to Watson, man, it's just time to just count. Like me and Gary spoke this a little while ago. Like we need to just, I'm not a fan of that. I don't give a shit about that team, but they need to just wash their hands completely out of this guy. Like just trade him and then just eat the money.
Yeah, but it's like 60 mil or something.
Still
left
gonna
on
have to eat that. Yeah, and it's still they're still gonna have to eat it. They're gonna eat it regardless.
They already restructured his contract like twice too, which is crazy.
Yeah, twice this year.
Yeah, this year. Yeah.
So he's pretty much done. Any other major news going on within the NFL?
Not that I've heard.
Nothing.
It's been pretty quiet.
Yeah, which is rare because it's pretty much just wherever Aaron Rodgers falls, and it's fucked up. If I'm Russell Wilson, I'm feeling a type of way. You know what I mean? Like he's really like the only team that really wants me is Cleveland. You know what I mean? I think if the Steelers
Feels
if
bad.
the Steelers wanted him, they'd have signed him already. Yeah, I think the Steelers were wanting him, they'd have signed him already.
I think a lot of teams are just waiting for the draft and then sign whoever's available.
Yeah, but I think the Steelers are in the worst position out of everyone because they're the 21st pick. They need a quarterback now. That team is not known to draft good quarterbacks at all. It's pretty much the luck of, they get lucky sometimes. Well, twice. Bradshaw and Roethlisberger, really. Like, those are their staples of quarterbacks. Like, you can't name a quarterback before Bradshaw. Like, Neil O'Donnell years or running back heavy. It's Jerome Bettis years. So, like, they don't draft quarterbacks very well. It's literally their whole history is two quarterbacks. And their defense. That's all they've been known for. So they're in a tough spot. They have to. Mike Tomlin is almost in the same boat as Dable and Shane. Like his job's gonna depend on it. Like if he can't nail this quarterback down with a decent wide receiving crew, a mediocre running game, you're gonna need to throw the ball.
You should sign a veteran quarterback, draft a running back first round.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah,
it's a pretty good running back this draft.
Yeah, this is it's pretty much what top three three legit running backs, right? Like the kid from North Carolina, Genty, and there's another one I want to say from South Carolina, or am I bugging?
Ohio State.
So those are your three main. They could definitely get it, but again, who's gonna be the quarterback? You know what I mean? Like they really want Rodgers. It's almost like the point they need him. And I don't know, Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin, Garrett, what you think? How that sound?
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know if it's going to work. Rodgers kind of wants his own guys and system, so Oh yeah, the Giants
He has
also
to-
signed Zach Pascal, so you got that.
Oh yeah, that's cute. We need special team patchwork. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
he's a special teamer,
What does he play?
wide receiver.
I'm sorry.
He's
Yeah, he's a
wide
wide
receiver.
receiver.
Oh, he's from the
Cardinals.
Colts, right?
Cardinals. He was with the Colts
Yeah,
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a special teams guy though. Yeah, but again, nice, I guess.
Oh,
Cute.
Tyler Conklin went to the Chargers. That's interesting.
No way.
Yeah, he just
That's
signed
a good look. Yeah.
1-year deal.
Wow. A prove-it deal. Nice.
Who was it tight end before?
Oh yeah, who was the tight end?
Oh, I don't know.
Was it
I
Everett?
think.
No, it had to be Everett, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if they let him go though. I think they just depth piece for the Chargers.
Yeah. Well, Tyler Conklin he's already the number 1 tight end on that team immediately.
Yeah, I would kind of assume so.
Yeah.
He might have a
Because
good year with what's his name, Herbert.
yeah, I think if Harbaugh could let Herbert cook, let him throw the ball out, don't be so conservative with it. I know it's a winning formula, but you gotta let the kid cook, man.
I heard rumors saying that the Vikings might trade for him.
For Herbert?
Yeah.
Jesus, seriously? Why would they do that?
AJ McCarthy, a couple first round picks.
I don't think
would
the
pull that
Chargers
trade
would
off,
do
man.
that. You think the Chargers would do that?
Yeah, I think the Chargers might, because JJ McCarthy was coached by Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, I guess they might.
Yeah, Michigan.
Oh, by the way,
got
Conklin
first-round
is second
picks.
on the depth chart behind Will Disley.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that's the thing right there. That's why I can see that deal could happen for sure. I just think every time a coach comes into a team, he wants his own personnel, including his own quarterback.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
I think we all agree, Herbert's a good quarterback. I think he'll fit wherever he goes. If he goes to fucking the Vikings, he's gonna cook.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's
Look at
gonna cook.
Darnold.
He's
If
gonna fucking
Darnold could
cook.
do that, with the
That team might
Vikings.
make the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking Super Bowl for sure. 100%.
And the Chargers
the
also
problem
signed
is,
Najee Harris, so they have a pretty
Yeah,
good
but he's,
supporting cast around them.
If I'm them, I mean, the only issue that I would have with that, I mean, look, first of all, the Vikings going to end up getting fleeced. They're going to have to give away mad picks and all that to the Chargers, no matter what. And it's almost an insurance policy for the Chargers because they don't know that. I mean, for the Chargers because JJ McCarthy's coming off a torn ACL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to, get the bank for this kid. And then if it doesn't work out, they'll have some Vikings picks to go through. They might have 2 first-round picks next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would do it. I think it's a win-win for everyone. Harbaugh gets the quarterback he wants, and Vikings going to they become an instant Super Bowl contender immediately. They don't gotta have to worry about rookie mistakes or going through the rookie slump. They got this guy ready to go. I think Herbert gets misunderstood a lot because he's just not. I don't know what it is with the San Diego, the Chargers organization, as with the quarterback. They draft good quarterbacks. Phillip Rivers is a great quarterback.
But they're just not good in the playoffs.
For some reason, like they had LT,
no good supporting cast.
But remember the year they had LT, they had LaDainian Tomlinson, they had Gates, and they
Junior
had
Seau.
Phillip Rivers. Junior Seau and all these guys, and they still.
Antonio Gates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a great team.
You have 3 Hall of Famers on offense, and you couldn't. But again, that's pretty sure to tell you what the defense was probably dog shit. You know what I mean?
I think they had the worst defense but the best offense.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That team they always have decent quarterbacks or decent players, and it just for some reason you don't hear them in the Super Bowl conversation ever. You know what I mean? Like that's probably why I held back Phillip Rivers. Remember, it was like Eli, then you had Ben, and then Phillip Rivers, and you got two of the 3 guys already win the championship. Twice. You know what I mean? And Phillip can't even get one.
And he has great stats too, which is crazy.
Yeah. Phillip Rivers, he has better stats than I'm pretty sure he has better stats than Eli.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know, but if I'm the Vikings, I'm pulling on. If I'm the Chargers or either team, it's a win-win for everyone. Hypothetically, on paper, it's a win-win for everyone. All right, so we got the football out the way. Let's get to, it's baseball season now, guys. We're almost 2 more weeks away.
No, this week.
One more. Oh, it's this week?
Yeah,
The
I think so.
27th. I know Yankees opening day, 27th.
The Mets play
speaking
on
of-
sometime soon.
Oh yeah, this weekend.
Yeah.
I forget what
I'm
day it is
excited. It's gonna
exactly.
be-
We open up against
Yeah,
Houston.
Well, wait, I thought we didn't open up against Toronto for some reason.
No,
Well, I thought it was Toronto.
I believe it is. It
Oh.
is Houston.
By the way, April 23rd, Wednesday, Mets, Phillies. Let's go. My birthday. Let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm not
Houston
coming to
on the
work.
27th, 4:10
Oh,
p.m.
shit. Damn.
It's at Houston.
Is it in Houston?
Yes, it's in Houston.
Oh, well, you know what? Wait, is the Toronto game a
The
home
Toronto
opener then?
series is that's the home opener. That's on Friday the 4th.
That's where I messed up. Yeah, that's where I
Yeah.
messed up at. Yeah,
That's what
I
you
looked
were
at it
right. They
wrong.
do play Toronto, but it's not the first series of the season.
Yeah, it's the home series. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my.
we play
that's what I
Toronto
was
and Miami at home, and we play Houston
this-
and Miami first away.
All right, well, we'll get to our fun team, and let's get to Van's team first and get that shitty team out the way now. Van, what's going on with your New York Yankees, man? You got some injuries, some young guys injuries. One
Some
guy got
big
Tommy John
injuries.
surgery.
Yeah.
It's
It's not looking like a playoff year for us.
Oh no,
No, you guys are gonna make the playoffs. Yeah,
You guys
I
don't
think so.
Yeah, you get that's a weak division. The only threat, well,
it's not a weak
American League
division.
is
It's a
weak.
strong division. It's just they're not gonna
No,
be.
I'm
They might not be
I
first.
meant the American League overall is weak. It's weaker than the National League.
Yeah, but I don't think they win the AL East.
The AL
I don't
East,
think so either.
The only threat team, I don't think they're gonna win. I think they'll be a wild card team. I think Toronto's gonna be the bottom team, and I think their biggest threat will probably be from the Red Sox.
I agree.
Orioles too. The Red Sox
Yeah.
made a lot of good moves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Red Sox.
The Red Sox are
the
low
Red
key
Sox-
really good. They have a really good team.
Yeah.
If they can
I
stay
like what they
healthy.
did. They get. Yeah, exactly. It's all about health with them. The issue, the thing I like about them, they got players that they needed. They didn't overspend really. They made nice. Like this could catapult them to one of those. They could be like the New York Mets of the American League last year. You know how the Mets just snuck up and just made it to the championship. And they could be that good.
I mean, they surprised
They're
everybody
getting-
last year. They were supposed to be last year, and they came in third. So I think they're gonna be right there.
And that's why I think those moves comes in handy because like they came in third where the word is this was being seller, and now they're just like if we just make X Y Z moves, we could actually be top maybe like top in the AL East. But with the Yankees, I almost said it in a Spanish way, the Yankees, with the Yankees, their issue is like forget about that Soto shit hurt obviously, but everybody's older now. Aaron Judge is gonna have to carry this team. And you need a lot of your young players to overachieve. And just for the record, I'm not a Yankees hater. I do root for the Yankees when it's not playing the Mets. But my issue with the Yankees is like they tend to put away their issues by spending money, and now they can't do that anymore. The Yankees now are not the toast of the town in New York anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's clearly a management issue going on with the Yankees. Now, is it arrogance by the son, Steinbrenner, Hal? Because his dad, he'll go out there and go get him. You know what I mean? And this guy, he's not as strong-minded or as he's just not with it. You know what I mean?
He's kind of weak. They got rid of the facial hair policy. Now they're allowed to have facial hair.
Yeah, it's weird, and
it's a weird tradition to break.
And they're relying heavy on their young players to like overachieve, and I don't know if that's gonna work. That's a lot to gamble on.
And the guys they got are kind of older, and they're former MVPs, but still Goldschmidt and what's his face, the other guy they got,
and Bellinger. They got
Bellinger, yeah. Both MVPs before, so.
We have 4 former MVPs.
Yep, you guys do.
Maybe another one. Maybe another one if you get Arenado too.
I did hear about that rumor.
Yeah, I think
that'd be pretty sick.
I think Arenado will probably come to the Yankees eventually. I think the Yankees.
I mean, he's a little too old.
Yeah, but the Yankees are kind of old right now too. I think out of that whole team, I think Bellinger might be the biggest. He could be either the biggest help or the biggest bust on that team.
Depends which Bellinger you
I
get.
think
If you get
exactly.
2018 Bellinger,
his
you
team.
get a big time bat. If you get 2021 Bellinger or 22, yeah.
I mean, he didn't play that bad. I think was it last year or the year before?
No, he played great.
He played great last year. Yeah.
Chicago. He played great for Chicago. If he could play like that, the Yankees are going to be in good shape. But again, you still rely heavy. Look, there's nobody other than Aaron Judge. Does anybody really scare you? Stanton can't even stay on the field. You know, like you just walk. You walk Judge all the time and let the guy behind you.
I mean, in the playoffs, Stanton's probably one of the scariest players.
Yeah, Stanton for sure. I'm not pitching a Stanton in the playoffs at all. You know, like, but Stanton can't stay healthy during the season. You got to get to in order for you to get to the playoffs, you got to show up in the regular season. And Stanton can't get there, and he's up there in age too. He's up there in age. Yeah. I think, and Judge is what, 32 now, 32, 33.
Yeah, around there.
So the Yankees gonna.
And their pitching staff is hurt. That's the other problem. Yeah. Garrett Cole's out for the season. I think Gill is out for a while.
I think Max Fried is your ace now, right? I'm not worried about him. I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, he's been dominating us for years.
He gets hurt a lot too, though. So
yeah, he does get hurt too. He gets a flimsy one. I didn't like that contract at all. But look, I know they had to get. They had to do what they had to do.
It was way too long. Hey, pause.
Way too long. Yeah, that guy was already 30 years old.
31. I
mean, if it was like a 3-4 year deal, I would have not been.
Yeah. I
like the player, just not the deal.
Yeah, I feel very hesitant to give anybody in his 30s of anything over 5 years. I do not like it. I don't think especially a pitcher.
That's what we were talking about Alonso too. We were like, we're not giving him over 5 years either, because he's 30.
I'm not giving Alonso. Yeah. I'm not giving Alonso that kind of deal.
I wish the Yankees got him.
They should have.
I thought it would have. I think the thing is though with Pete. I think with the Yankees. I think if Pete. Here's the thing with the Yankees, especially the Yankees and Mets. If Pete gives you a decent year for the like a 30 home run year for a New York Mets, Pete will be great for us, but it'll be dog shit for the Yankees, for Yankee fans. You know what I mean? Pete, you guys would not appreciate Pete like we appreciate Pete.
He's kind of streaky.
I think his numbers will go up playing at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, he would die. Well, that's true. You're right with the left field, right?
Short right field. Yeah, the porch.
Short right field. Yeah. He's a pull hitter for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he might get a little increase in home runs there.
Yeah, but the thing is with Pete though, I don't know if he would have. That pressure for the Yankees is more than the Mets. Like I think now he has Soto. He don't. There's no pressure on Pete. Just.
Yeah. It's a third best player now, right?
Maybe fourth if Vientos cooks.
Oh yeah, Vientos. He's probably my favorite player on your team.
I love that guy, man. I think he's due for a big year. He's due for a big year. I'm scared about the catcher situation though for the New York Mets. I'm worried about the Alvarez being gone. He's gonna be gone for, is it 3 months, Garrett?
6 to 8 weeks, I thought, wasn't it?
Oh, so
so 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is with him is I was expecting big things from him this year. Pause. Like he looks like the future catcher of the Mets, but these little nicky injuries, these weird injuries to his hand, might be a problem, man. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Are you excited about Cunha? What's his name? Nemo, the guy, right?
Yeah, Nemo. Alonso might be the fifth now because Nemo's looking good in spring training now. Yeah, I don't know. Cunha's all right. I think he's more of a utility guy. I don't know. I think for the Mets, the only issue we're having is like I'm not sold on their pitching staff at all. But for some reason, that guy Stearns, the general manager, he's pretty good at these guys, getting these guys off of injuries and making them more than what they are. Like, fucking Clay Holmes has been cooking. He's a day one starter now.
Yeah, Clay Holmes has looked really good.
He's a day Holmes.
He looks really good.
He's their ace.
Yeah, he was projected to be like their sixth starter, right? Like he was just a rotation,
like maybe third
guy.
Or fourth starter. Yeah.
Yeah, he's their number one starter right now.
But we have lots of injuries to our staff too, so it's kind of not great.
Yeah, but he's been looking good, and I like our rookies too. Like our rookie, the pitchers. He looks. What's the kid name? Stroke. Stroke. Is it Stroke? I'm not saying his name right.
I don't know.
He's a pitcher for the Mets. He's hauling ass over there, man. Or Stenek or something. It starts with an S. I'm bugging.
Wait, it's a rookie pitcher?
I believe so. Or he's probably a second-year pitcher.
I don't remember which one.
No. Yeah, maybe he's not a rookie. He probably can't be a rookie because he's playing with the big boys too.
It starts with an S?
I believe it starts with an S.
Maybe it might be talking about Stanek, who's not a rookie. He's from Houston or the Mariners.
Yeah. I know there's a young pitcher from the Mets that they were hyping up, and he seems to be like they were contemplating whether or not they should bring him into put him in the MLB roster.
Oh, Christian Scott? Maybe that's the guy.
Yes,
that's the rookie guy.
That's
what I was thinking too. I was like, maybe he's thinking about Scott because I think that's the only rookie pitcher I know that's with an S.
Yeah, sorry. Yesterday was a lot of drinking. Sorry, but yes, Scott. I think he's really good too, but I think he's still too fresh in the oven. He might not be.
I mean, he
he
just had Tommy John surgery last season, so late last season, so he might not be back till mid-season.
Okay.
What do you guys? Offensively, you guys don't look good though.
Yeah, the thing is that we're too top heavy and not good in the bottom half. I think Alvarez.
Yes.
I think Alvarez was supposed to be that catalyst for the bottom half, but with him being gone, it's pretty much.
I mean, we still have Jesse Winker and Jose Siri's okay.
Yeah, so
it's really on Beatty and Luis Torrens to pick up the slack. Which, Beatty's been kind of not great. I mean, he showed flashes, but not as good as Vientos.
And Acuna looks really good. I think Acuna will probably win out for what the second base they're fighting for.
Yeah. He'll be. He might get second.
Yeah, I think Acuna could do it. I think the issue with Acuna is like, can he be consistent as a hitter?
Yeah, I can see that being a problem.
If he can be a legit consistent hitter, then it's his job to lose. Like he could be the Vientos, he could be this year's Vientos. But he's gonna with a guy like him, for sure. And it happens with every young player. They're gonna hit a wall. They're gonna go like a whole 2 weeks without, probably hitting, batting 180 something. You know what I mean? Or batting 200.
Yeah, it takes time to get used to it.
It takes time with a guy. Because when Beatty came out the gate, everybody was hype on Beatty. I was hype on Beatty.
I mean, he hit a home run the first at bat, so how could you not be?
So the issue with Beatty, it's pretty much Beatty's to lose, but he has so many opportunities.
Well, till Jeff McNeil comes back, and then it gets a little more interesting.
Yeah, that's why you have to. That's another thing too. Like that's why you have Acuna and Beatty don't have the time to be to be acting relaxed and that this is a secure job. It's not, because McNeil, when he comes back, he's going to get his playing time. You're not letting that guy you paid $100 million to ride the bench or be a utility guy. You're going to have to play him. But if Acuna or Beatty's like they're hot, you're going to have no choice. So it's going to be a good problem to have, or it could be a terrible problem, because then there's going to be a huge hole at second base.
I mean, hopefully it'll be a good problem. We can trade McNeil.
I mean, it'd be great to trade McNeil and package him with Marte and get some
pitching.
More pitching. Yeah, some pitching.
The deadline.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. We need them to play well, so.
Yeah. So for the projections for each of our teams, right? What do you think? All right, let's just go with who we think. This is very early. We don't have to. This is not going to be. This is like a first draft, like our mock
I'm actually
draft.
dropping a prediction video tomorrow on the AL and the NL on next Monday.
Okay.
I don't remember what I picked though. I can do an early reveal though.
All right.
Wait, let me look up what I picked. I picked both the Yankees and Mets and every team. So.
Okay. Because going through like the each division, who do you think is gonna, like, we don't have to go for playoffs, but we just talking about who's gonna win the division for each league, and then once we get into like legit baseball into the season, we could talk about, all right, where the hell what we think is gonna happen, who's gonna make the playoffs, World Series, wild card, shit like that. So like, you wanna run it down, Gary, you wanna do AL first?
Sure.
All right, you can start with the West.
The West. Let's see. I don't have it by division, but I'll figure out who it was. I think I have the Astros winning the West at 80. What is it? 87 and 75.
Yeah, I think I said it's pretty much the Astros' zone to lose, right? Because Seattle didn't really do anything.
They did some moves. I have them right behind them at 1 game behind.
Yeah, I think they're the second.
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. The Astros aren't the powerhouse they used to be.
I mean, they have that number 1 prospect. He's been cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not sleeping on them though, but.
Yeah, I think the Astros want to win out by pitching, but I think the first to 90 wins. I don't think that it could be like an 88 team or 89, but whoever gets at 90 for sure, I think is gonna win that division.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna get to 90, honestly.
Yeah, and I'm being nice. I think it's pretty much it's a 2-man team. I mean, a 2-team race.
I mean, I think the Rangers could be in there too. They did retool their bullpen.
That's true. I forgot about. I don't know why I thought the Rangers were in the Central, but you're right, they're in the West.
Yep.
But I still think the Astros is gonna win that division. And I'm not saying that with a vote of confidence. I think it really is. The division is pretty weak. We know the.
I mean, the Angels and Athletics aren't threatening anybody. So.
Anybody.
Although I think the Athletics will be kind of upstart. I think they're going to be around 75 wins.
That'll be cute for them. You know what I mean? It's adorable.
They're playing in a minor league stadium, so that's going to help.
Yeah.
Short fences.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think, Van? You got coming out the West?
Astros.
So
that's safe pick.
I'm a fan of that number 1 prospect they have.
Yeah,
I think he could be the third guy they need.
Yeah, I think Astros, and I think only because of pitching. I think that's what's going to save that team.
Nah, offensively too.
Yeah, well,
offensively, I think they're going to struggle a bit because they lost Bregman, they lost Tucker.
Yeah, but they have the new prospect.
Yeah, that's a lot of work on these prospects. Though you're putting a lot of
weight on them. Prospects can be also bad sometimes. So they're not always. They don't always hit.
They gotta hit. Legit, like real talk. They gotta hit. But I still think they're gonna. Even with that being said, I still think the Astros are gonna win that division. I don't think it's gonna be as dominant as they once were.
Yeah.
But it's still gonna get them over the hump for sure. As
they
of right
always
now,
show up in the playoffs no matter what.
Yeah, that's exactly. What's next? Central.
Central.
The division nobody cares about. Like it's just pretty much the first round.
I have the
White Sox.
Ooh.
To win it.
Let him cook, Garrett. Let him cook.
No, I'm just asking to make
last
sure.
year they showed a lot of promise.
The White Sox.
I like the picture they have.
I thought my pick was gonna be odd. I had Detroit. I think Detroit might win that division.
No, I got confused with Detroit. I'm sorry.
Oh,
because the White Sox went 41 and 120.
Really good pitchers, right?
Yeah, Detroit had the Cy Young winner, Trick Skubal. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good pick. I was gonna say, bro, the White Sox were last place, worst record in baseball.
No, that's
worst record in history.
Who's coaching the Cleveland the what are they? The Guardians? What are they?
Guardians.
Yeah, Guardians.
The Guardians.
Is it Terry Francona?
Yeah, Francona. Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I picked the Guardians to win the division, and I picked the Tigers to be right behind them.
I mean, it's gonna be 1 and 2 between the two.
90 wins for the Guardians, 89 wins for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a close.
51 for the White Sox.
There you go, 10-game jump, a bump.
Yeah, give them 11 games because I was like, you know what?
If you look at,
I'll be generous.
Yeah. Last year, if you look at the records outside of like the other 3 teams in that division, if they look at their records when they did not play the White Sox, they'll all be under 500.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the White Sox were feeding them. That's crazy.
Oh, the Royals too.
Oh yeah. What about the Royals?
The Royals. I think they're gonna be close. I think they're gonna be just above the Twins, 3rd place.
So you third. This could be one of those divisions, like the AL East always tends to have like 3 teams. This might be a division that might sneak in 3 guys too. This might be the hot division.
Yeah,
I stand corrected. I thought it was gonna be the division nobody cares about, but this might be the most competitive division.
Outside of the White Sox, yeah, I think so. It's gonna be very competitive because the
Sox
Twins are also pretty good, so they kind of underperformed last year.
Yeah, I'm not sold on them yet, but
I had injuries last year.
Yeah,
they had some injuries.
But They could work. They could actually overachieve and get in there. But right now, I still have Detroit, Cleveland close, and maybe Kansas City battling out. But I got to me right now is between Detroit and Cleveland, and I got Detroit winning that division.
I have the Guardians winning right now, but that's what I picked.
So two Tigers and one Indian. I mean Guardian. God damn it.
Yeah.
And AL East. Van going with Yankees.
Back your team, bro.
But I didn't want to. You know what? Yeah, I'll go with the Yankees.
I got Boston. Give me Boston.
And unsurprisingly, I also have Boston. 92 wins. And I have the Orioles on second, Yankees third. And then
everybody else.
And then everybody else,
Rays
and Blue Jays around 500.
Didn't the Blue Jays make some type of moves?
Oh yeah, they did. They added Santander.
Scherzer.
They had Scherzer and Santander from the Orioles.
Yeah. I mean, they could be good too.
They're gonna hit some home runs for sure.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be right around 500, 82 and 80.
Yeah, to me, they always an up and down team for a long time. Remember that team was supposed to be projected when they had like Bichette, Biggio, Vladdy. The only one still standing is Vladdy. You know, and my prediction for that team is Vladdy's will be gone by the trade deadline.
I hope he goes to the Yankees.
It's gonna be Yankees versus Mets again, bro.
Yeah, if he goes to the Mets,
come home, baby.
Come home.
It's time to come to the Mets. Come home, baby.
I think he's gonna be asking for a little more than what he's worth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, he had a great season last year, though. So.
Yeah, and he's still young. $600 million. I'll say I'll get you into the conversation.
How much is Soto get paid?
Per $850?
Yeah, he's probably getting paid.
For the record, though, I think he's worth like $250, $300. But I know him same. He's a 200 because he's pretty much a one-dimensional guy. He's a first baseman for God's sake.
Pretty average defense as well. Yeah. Not great defense.
Yeah, average at best. Well, and also to be fair, Soto is a average, just above average fielder. But
he's actually he's kind of a below average fielder. Actually, he's not very good.
I'm being nice.
Yeah.
But
stats
he's still
don't like him.
Yeah, it doesn't just It's the thing is with him is like he's a once in a generational player. So if anything,
hitter. He's a once in a generational hitter.
Of all time. Yeah, hitter. Sorry, hitter.
Left-handed hitter.
And, which is
he's the Barry Bonds of our time without the steroids.
Yeah, for sure. So
that'd be Aaron Judge, but
is Aaron Judge left-handed? I don't think so.
Oh yeah, if you meant left-handed, yeah. I meant like power-wise.
I mean, Aaron Judge is power-wise one of the best hitters. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But Soto's gonna probably when it's all said and done, he's probably gonna just obliterate whatever Aaron Judge is doing. He possibly, I mean, if his trajectory is going the right way, he could be,
he's still he's still like 5 or 6 years behind Judge in age. So
yeah. I don't know. I think Vladdy's gone. I think everybody's gonna overpay for him, but I think 600 probably whoever gives him 600, maybe 650 is gonna win him. And look. Here's the thing. Let's say you're one of you guys are Vladdy, both of you guys are Vladdy Guerrero, right? And this is not being a homer or anything like that. We're just talking business-wise, future-wise, and everything. Who has a better future, the Mets or the Yankees? Honestly, you know what I mean? Like Aaron Judge he's in his prime now. Well, he's in his prime. He's in his prime. Stanton is towards the tail end of his prime. And then Garrett Cole, he's coming off of Tommy John surgery. He's older. There's more question marks on the Yankee side than the Mets side. You know what I mean? And what I'm noticing a lot now with these players, especially these super talented guys now. You see, when you want to, back when we were growing up, like everybody want to be a Yankee, like the history of the Yankees and everything. Jeter, Babe Ruth, all these guys. Anybody, every generation had a great Yankee, but now it's just like they want to make their own path. Now these players, like, man, I don't want to be one of many. I want to be one of one. Hence why Soto went to the Mets and not to the Yankees. Like these things take into account now. Like, does Vladdy want to be one of many, or does he want to be one of one? Even though it probably would, or he want to be in a better team or a chance to win a world championship by joining the Mets and going against the evil empire versus the Dodgers. You know what I mean? Like it's
Now,
these
would he
things.
be 1-1 if it's already Soto's team?
Eh, it, that is, but if you go with the Yankees though, you still be one of many. You could be lost in the shuffle. Like if you go,
I mean,
if
if
you
he
join,
wins, that's all that matters.
that's true, but it'll be just
he has to
another
win
ring.
to be like a hero.
Elite.
Yeah.
And it'll be probably less work if he does goes to the Mets, and then he'll just be one with he'll be him and Soto's team and Lindor
and Alonso. Oh, him and Alonso will be DHing, switching between first base and DH.
I just think when you look at who has a better future, like if you're gonna sign, like Soto's signed for 10 years or is it 8 years really?
15 years.
Is it 15 with really like an opt out at 10 or some shit?
Yeah, there's an opt out in there. I forget what year it is, like 10 or 8 or something.
Yeah. So like let's say for the next 10 years of your career, you're gonna stay with the Yankees or you're gonna go to the Mets where you at least you have Soto, and you have a guy that's willing to spend, who's aggressive at spending money, who has an unlimited bank account. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to shit on the Yankees. Like this is what the Yankees used to do. This was the same formula the Mets are doing. They took from the Yankees. We have our Steinbrenner. Like, you know what I mean? We're gonna hook it up, and I'm gonna sell you. You want your family here? Fuck it, bring your grandpa. I'll fucking fly him over in the private jet. Bring his ass over here. You know what I mean? Like, do whatever you want. Just just win, baby. That's all we care about. You could sell that. You could sell him in Queens than you can do the Bronx right now. And this is no shade to the Yankees whatsoever. I'm just saying the trajectory of which team is going forward. You know what I mean?
But the thing is with the Mets, it's always going to be the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers are going to win like the most in the next 5 years.
You're not wrong. It's a possibility.
I think they win like 3-4 more World Series.
That is the problem. But again, that's you want to beat him, or do you want a chance of beating him, or you want to join him? You know what I mean? Like either way,
it's not that. I think he's just gonna go for he has to go for the money. It's no point.
Go for the bag. So then,
it's the Mets. Then it has to be the Mets.
Then it'll probably be the Mets. Then the only way Vladdy goes to the Yankees if the Yankees go outrageously high, like Soto money. Vladdy. Too. Yeah, which wouldn't surprise me at all. I think if I'm Steve Cohen, I'm like, I'm out. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving two guys $800 million. Get the fuck out of here with that. Especially, Vladdy's a great player, but he's not an all-time great yet. You know what I mean? He could be, maybe. We don't know. But
hitting wise, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
he's a good contact hitter.
Yeah, like this ain't. He's no Shohei. You know what I mean? He's not.
Yeah. He's not a two-way player. Soto. Definitely not.
Exactly. So like he is one of those $600 million guys. And then he's just like, if you got 650, that I'm willing to talk into that. Get talked into it. But I'm not giving you fucking anything above 650. You know what I mean? Unless it's like, you're negotiating like 665, 670 type shit, but like nothing crazy. I'm not giving this guy
more than 700.
I'm not giving him 700. I cannot give this dude 700.
No, even 600 is too much.
Like again, I'm saying it again. He's at least 253.
Yeah, 300 sounds good. 300 is like perfectly fine.
But either way, he's not gonna be hungry anytime soon. He's not even hungry now. You know what I mean? So like, I think the issue with him is just where he thinks it's a better fit, and go against, like Van said, who will be a better fit to go against the Dodgers. Because do you want to make it to the World Series and lose all the time, or do you want to go to the NLCS and lose all the time? You know what I mean? So like, why you want to lose? You know what I mean?
Which side do you want to be on?
Yeah, I still think the Dodgers can get you can catch the Dodgers slipping one of those years though. I agree. The Dodgers.
I mean, it has to be injuries.
Yeah, injuries are gonna bite them. It's already biting them a little bit. So
and their pitching always seems to they always get fucked up in the beginning and always find a way to come back during this, like when it's the right time. The team is just lucky. I'm lucky, but that's just a lucky team. But you can catch. I think you can catch them.
They're beatable. We almost beat them.
Yeah, we give them a better, out of all the playoff teams, we did give them a better fight.
Yeah, we give them a good fight. They're beatable if you pitch well and hit well.
We just couldn't finish against them.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys played the way Cleveland played against you guys.
Yeah,
like, I don't know,
a lot.
You just choked it. Yeah. You guys.
We had the games. We had at least.
You guys were in at least majority of those games. I don't remember exactly how many.
Yeah.
Majority of those games.
Base running errors, dropping the ball.
Stupid bonehead shit. You guys play like Cleveland. I don't know why.
You could have won at least 2 more of those games.
I mean, same can be said about us Mets too. The Mets could have easily, That's the thing with great teams. Like, you gotta, is what you learn from the L's, and then you make it the next year. Don't make those same mistakes again.
Can't make those mistakes.
You know what I mean?
Should we do the NL divisions now?
Oh yeah, let's do the NL divisions.
So let's start with the West.
I mean,
we were just talking about the Dodgers. I picked them for a best record, 162. 162. Yep.
They honestly, they could go against. They could fight for that Yankee record for sure.
They could win more games than that, I think, but I went conservative.
What's the Yankees? What 1-0? Was it 112?
Wasn't it 114? I think, or something that was in like 2000.
It wasn't the Yankees record. It's the Mariners now.
Yeah, the Mariners. I think the Mariners hold the record. They had like 114.
They lost in the ALCS to the Yankees that year.
Damn, I didn't know. I forgot.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. It was like 2002, 2003.
Oh, and the Yankees was in the 90s, right? They did that shit?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Well, yeah, well, either way, I think the Dodgers should definitely go after that record.
They could do it if they stay healthy.
Health is always the key in every sport, right? If they can stay healthy, they can do it.
Especially in baseball,
though. Definitely see them be 101 team.
Yeah, definitely. We can all agree over 100, right?
Yeah. That's why I picked them for 100 because I think they might win over that, but.
Conservatively.
What do you think about the Padres?
Second.
The Padres. Who do I have?
Wildcard team for sure.
I don't know, man. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I had them a close second at 9 games behind, 91 and 71.
Yeah, I think they could. I think they could make the wildcard, but I think that might. I still think 3 teams are coming out the NL East. That might leave them out of the playoffs. I think they're gonna have a good record. I just don't think they're gonna. I think the NL East is just so stacked. Well, maybe. I'm not. This is my first time. I think we'll get to the NL East when we get there. But as of right now, I'm thinking maybe 3 teams out of one of those divisions are gonna come out. Not the West. But there's a huge gap between. Well, there's a huge gap between the Dodgers and everyone else. But after the Padres, the Giants scare you? The Arizona, like these, they have the capability of sneaking up on you though, like the Diamondbacks did. Nobody saw them coming.
Yeah, I have the Giants at 83 wins, and I have the Diamondbacks at 90 wins. So
I think the Diamondbacks gonna have a better year than last year. I think they just got
injuries or some shit last year.
And World Series high. You know how it is, man.
World Series hangover.
Yeah, so they could be better. And again, they just have to. The way they went to the World Series, a lot of things fell in their favor. Injuries to other teams, slumps. So they could sneak up. We could definitely do it. But as of right now, I got the Padres and then obviously the Dodgers. NL Central, probably the weakest of the division, right?
Yeah, one of the weaker ones. I'm trying to figure out where.
I think they're probably the weakest one in the whole MLB. To be honest with you.
I mean, they always have been kind of a thing.
Just Milwaukee and then Chicago, but I don't think the Cubs are going to be any good.
I think the Cubs will be fine, actually. They have Kyle Tucker, and their pitching staff is pretty decent.
Oh, they run.
And the Asian guy, what's his name?
Yeah, Inamaga.
Yeah.
I have the Cubs. I have the Cubs winning that division, 90 wins, and then I have the Brewers second, and then I have
who else is in that division besides
the Cardinals?
Pittsburgh.
I have Pittsburgh at 77 wins. I have the Cardinals at 82 wins.
I'm gonna pick the Brewers, but
that's a safe pick, actually. They won it last year.
I'm gonna pick the Brewers.
I have a hot take.
Oh boy!
Don't say Pittsburgh. No.
They have what's his name?
Paul Skeens. Yeah. They don't have an offense.
He's not gonna pitch every day though, bro.
Yeah, he pitches one every 5 days.
They have the number one another good pitcher coming this year.
They have lots of good pitchers coming, but they have no offense. That's the problem.
I think maybe 2 years, man. Give them 2 years. Maybe I was gonna say next year, but I'll be conservative. I'll say 2 years. That team's gonna be a legit team.
Yeah, I don't know. The ownership keeps sabotaging.
That's another thing too. Their ownership is dog shit, man. Even when they do have a good offensive player, they just trade them away.
Exactly.
They're like the Athletics kind of.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is with them, that's a baseball town, man. That's a good baseball.
It's a great stadium to go to.
The stadium's amazing too.
Yeah, that's a team that's a franchise, a fan base with support. You know what I mean? Dude, that team had history. Fucking Roberto Clemente, Sancho Panza, all these guys came from there. You know what I mean? No,
it's sad they don't. It's sad they don't try harder.
Yeah,
this is a great stadium, great team.
Mm-hmm. Barry Bonds came from there. They drafted Barry Bonds.
That was Skinny Barry too.
Yeah,
he was skinny back then.
Non-juicy Barry.
Crazy. He was fast, man. He could steal bases.
Yeah. It's ownership because I think whoever and then who's to say Skeens will be there for long.
After he gets out of his rookie contract, they're gonna probably trade him because I don't want to pay that guy. He's gonna demand tons of money.
He's gonna get a lot of money. But so you said Pittsburgh. I mean, I want you to be right. I would love.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be amazing. That's just the fan in me saying that.
No, I get it. I get it. I want that to happen.
Realistically, probably the Brewers.
Yeah, I think they
lost pieces.
Oh, and we have the Reds too. The Reds are in that division as well. Forgot about them.
I like that kid. Their shortstop. He's really good. Man.
Oh, Ellie.
Yeah, I like him.
They have good pitching too.
And a good pitching too.
I think the Reds are going to be around 500. That's what I'm at 81. Because they kind of were like mid-ish.
Yeah, I give them next year though. I think next year they'll be good.
In a couple years.
Pittsburgh is. Yeah, I think they'll be fine. They're in the right direction, and that's another great football. I mean, baseball town too, man.
Pete Rose.
R.I.P.
Pete Rose, bro. Come on, man. That team is itching for a playoff run. The fan base will support them too.
Didn't they just make the playoffs like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
A few years ago. It was I forget which year it was, but they did, yeah.
Yeah, I want them to be good too. Like I want Pittsburgh to be good. Like St. Louis, it feels weird that St. Louis is not good anymore. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Well, the guys got old.
Yeah.
The weirdest World Series I ever watched was St. Louis versus Rangers.
That's the thing. Yeah, word. You know the crazy thing is though with St. Louis, like they always find a way. Like this is the weird one when they're not mixing in the young guys. They just went old forever. They stayed old. Like that's never been their pedigree. They always once a player gets old, they bring in the young guys and mix them in. And they always find a way to win. But for some reason, they just, I don't know.
They haven't really made any moves either this year. They've made very few moves.
And they, I don't know if they're expecting like a bag for fucking Arenado, who's in his 30s already, and he's a declining third baseman. And I don't know what they're expecting to get out of him. You know what I mean? And then he has a no trade clause, so he has all the leverage. So like it's very odd to say like the St. Louis Cardinals are poorly run right now, but they really are poorly run.
It's not like them. Basically.
Yeah, it's not been the same since Pujols left, right? They haven't won anything since he's gone. It's very strange how that organization is run. Like you don't expect like they're like the Yankees of the NL East. I mean the NL. You know what I mean? Like they just run they just run right. You never have to worry about them. Like, yeah, of course they're gonna be in the playoffs, whatever. You can't forget about St. Louis, but now it's like it might be the worst team in that division. Possibly.
I have like them. I've been third, pretty average.
See, yeah, average. Yeah, but
82 wins.
Pretty much the two, right? As of right now, it's pretty much. I could see Chicago sneaking in, but right now, conservatively, I'm going with Milwaukee, just to be on the safe side.
I'm going with the Cubs. I think they added a lot of good talent on the offensive side.
I'm gonna stick with Pittsburgh.
Stick with Pittsburgh, bro.
Yeah.
And now for our favorite division.
The Reds, that might be like my second choice. Ellie Cruz playing the MVP level. Oof.
I think that kid is gonna be special. I think he
already is. Dude can throw like 1,000,000 miles per hour.
Yeah, he's not even a pitcher. You know?
Yeah,
This
he can
guy,
throw seriously 100 miles per hour to first base from shortstop,
no problem.
which is insane.
Accurately too.
Yeah,
And he could run the bases too. He could run.
he's a true
Yeah,
5-tool player
is.
in my opinion. He can hit, run, throw,
and play
anything.
defense.
Yeah, he can do anything. He's a
You
freak.
gotta get consistent. You gotta get consistent with
Hitting.
his hitting, and it's like he swings at bad pitches a lot, but he's young.
Yeah, he's still young. He'll develop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's the next superstar. Like it'll be fun to see him, Soto, and all those guys. That generation just like kill it. And I mean, like baseball's gonna be like they got the superstars lined up ready to go. It's good with the pitching with Skeens and and a lot of those other pitchers too is coming up. Come on,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun to watch. Baseball is fun again. It's fun.
Yeah,
And then
definitely.
now we'll go to NL East now.
Our favorite division.
Right.
And no surprise, I have the New York Mets winning it. 90 wins, baby.
What you say, Van?
You guys gonna hate me for this, but I'll have to go with the Braves.
Yeah,
If they stay healthy, yeah.
Garrett, you're gonna hate me too.
Oh,
I
no.
still think the Braves are.
Oh,
I
fuck
think
you
the
guys
Braves are
both.
gonna-
I'm
Yeah,
backing my team.
Yeah, I think the Mets are gonna be number 2, but I still think the Mets are they're still gonna be there. I think they're in the NL East. It doesn't really matter who the division winner is because that division winner tends to lose in the first round.
Yeah, actually, it's better
you
not
want-
to
yeah,
be the
you know-
division winner.
Yeah, it's better not to be the division winner. That's why I picked the Mets too. And I think the Mets are gonna have a great season. I think they're gonna probably be over 95, close to 100 wins. I just think as of right now, like the hitting wise, and I'm not. Again, I have to see it. This is very early. I'm not sold in the bullpen yet. I think Edwin Diaz is looking kind of shaky. I don't like he scares me a lot. The Braves have better hitting, decent pitching in the rotation. They have what you're getting with them. With the Mets, it's still you know what Manaya got, and you know what, and then it's like everybody else really. You know what I mean. It's still still question marks here and there. Mets have more question marks than the Braves, and I'm basing that solely on that. I still think the Mets are a better team, but if they could hit their strides, there's a lot of maybes got to happen with the Mets. The Braves is what you see. They're always going to be around. The Braves are always the Braves. If they're healthy, if Acuna can stay healthy, if who's that guy? Is he the catcher? If he can stay healthy.
Oh, he's hurt actually. I think Sean Murphy. I think he's hurt.
Sean Murphy. Yeah.
I think he got hurt recently. So
see, that's the thing. But I think the Mets and the Braves are going to battle out all season.
Oh, they always do. Season. Yeah, it's gonna be close.
Don't forget about Bryce Harper and the Phillies either.
Yeah,
it's gonna be close. They're all gonna be within one game, I think, or tied even.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be nobody's gonna have a double-digit lead over anyone.
Yeah, it's gonna be very close.
To Van's earlier point, though, like when he had maybe the Padres could make it, I think the Padres and the Phillies are in the same boat as far as they could be battling out for that last wild card spot. Yeah. I think the Phillies might, given the fact that I like San Diego as a team wise. And the Phillies are looking kind of oldie, a little old. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know about the. I think they could. It wouldn't surprise me if they become they regress. They go backwards. That I'm telling you, that series against the Mets hurt them. That hurt. That killed their spirit. It's hard to come back from shit like that. That right there. You might want to trade everybody away. You know what I mean? That's the shit that you just that team. If any year was to win a championship, would have been that year. That team was built to go against the Dodgers. It was literally built to go against the Dodgers, and then Mets beat them at their own game. The Mets beat them. You know what I mean?
We just beat everybody.
Yeah, the Mets beat. But again, the Phillies, I have a hard time picking them out, but they're gonna be all in it. All three of them are gonna be all in it. And then if the Marlins could even the Marlins could be decent too if they got
I don't think so. They didn't make any moves, and they keep trading away all their good players too.
Except for Sandy Alcantara, right? He's still there.
Yeah, he's still there because they signed him to a big contract. But that's the only guy.
What's his name? Second baseman.
Yeah, the second baseman. I feel so bad for him because he's coming back with Tommy John surgery, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was an ace, man. I don't know, man.
They kind of pitched him
Just
into
out of,
the
like,
ground a little bit though, because he had so many innings, and
kinda,
then
they flat out did. They flat out did. They
and
killed
then
that
he
kid's
didn't
arm.
kill his arm.
Mm.
Poor guy.
I don't know if he. I feel like if he has a good year, like if leading into the trade deadline, out of pity, just get him out of there.
But
Somebody
that's
take
what they're
him.
gonna do. I bet you. I bet you they do that. You
Yeah,
probably just give him
I hope
ideas.
so. I don't care
Come
about
to
his
the
record.
Mets,
I want
man.
to see what his, yeah. I don't care about his record because that team is gonna be shitty. But I want to see what his ERA is gonna look like.
It's gonna be
And
low.
if Davis, yeah, and remember he's coming off of a surgery though. That's the thing. So sometimes it's gonna take a while for guys to get back.
Yeah, it
into
might
that
be.
form.
It might be like mid-season before he's really good, but
Yeah, but if the talent's still there and that arm still.
I mean, just look at Jacob DeGrom.
Yeah.
He hasn't been the same.
Yeah, it's a good comparison. Yeah. I like Alcantara a lot. I just hope he can be decent enough so we can make a trade for him. Somebody just get. I don't care who it is, even if it's the Dodgers. Just get him out of there. That guy's too good to be whiffling away in Miami, drowning.
I want the Yankees to go for the second baseman. What's his name? Reyes.
Oh, Reyes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, dude, if I'm the Yankees, man, maybe I could maybe wiggle something out of Alcantara now. You're desperate.
Get some cheap, yeah.
Yeah, you want the guy's coming off a surgery. You don't have to. I don't think you got to trade a lot for him. You know what I mean? The guy's coming off a surgery, Tommy John surgery. You're tied up with this money. The Yankees got enough money. We'll eat that for you. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take in the contract. You just go ahead and eat these prospects up and enjoy. You know what I mean? Like rebuild, like you always do. Yeah, I don't know.
Always rebuilding.
I just. Here's the thing though, when they rebuild, they win one championship and then you don't hear from them every 10 years. Like that, they always do that shit. When it's time to pay up, no, the Marlins, they win a championship once when their contract player, when their best players are up for contract. Like they'll always do that. Every year, they don't keep players for long. Is when they're about to get that next contract, they already have the World Series in the bag. All right, you guys can go now.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I heard someone call them the Yankees spring training team or Yankees farm team because all the former Yankee players are from the Marlins.
See,
Stanton is from the Marlins.
Yeah,
and a bunch of other players have gone there too. It's crazy,
bro. Like, yeah, remember that year when they had Willis, Beckett, and all AJ Burnett, I think, was also on that team. They won the championship, and then what happened a year later? AJ Peavy, all them niggas was gone.
Yeah, they traded all of them.
They traded all of them.
Didn't they have Miguel Cabrera at one point?
Yeah,
they did.
Mickey.
Hanley Ramirez.
Yeah, that was the other cycle. They had Miguel Cabrera. When they traded all those players, then it came Miguel, Hanley, another good set of pitchers. They won that championship, and then boom, go on again.
Yeah,
they do that all the time. They do that. They'll win one championship every 10 years or something.
Or they'll make the playoffs once, and then you'll just see them sell off, which is what they did exactly after a few years ago. They made the playoffs, and now they're selling off.
The Jeter sold his stakes, right?
Yeah, he's not. He's not president anymore.
Jesus, that team is. That's a weird
mess. They're a mess.
And that's the crazy thing is too. That team deserves a baseball. That's a baseball town too. Like nobody supports that team. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not a baseball town. That team is not like Miami. It's not really a sports city. Really, it's more of a party city. Like, you know what I mean? It's not. It's more maybe basketball more, and then college football. Miami, the U. Like, I don't know, let me start the Dolphins too. There's the Dolphins. The
Panthers.
Oh yeah, Florida Panthers. Yeah, you're right. The hockey team.
Yeah, probably one of the best.
Yeah, I don't know for baseball. I'm not sure. Not even for basketball, because if you know when the Knicks play over there, it's a Knicks town. You know what I mean? It's the Knicks. It's a Knicks.
Because all former New Yorkers.
Yeah, they're all former New Yorkers. Exactly. I don't know. I don't know. Miami's a weird town because you think a lot of great baseball players come from Miami, the Florida area, but they don't. You know what I mean? They can't generate no revenue. Even the Tampa Bay Rays, they can't get no fans in the seats. Even when they're good, they can't get anybody in the seats.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm pretty sure when the Athletic or the A's go to Vegas, they're gonna support that team. That's a sports town. It's a sports betting town. So why not have a sports team there?
I mean, there's already many there now.
Yeah. So I think Vegas is like I don't know. Well, anyway, we said Braves and 2 Braves and 1 Mets, right, for the NL East.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah, we'll get once the season gets rolling along, we'll get to like a legit predictions. This is super. All right, so we ended off with college basketball. Quick college basketball
Yeah.
update. All right,
St.
man.
John's, man.
St. John's, man. Heard the story,
Broke
bro.
my heart.
Yeah, well, and they got out coached by Calipari. It was great. Forget about even the refs. It's just weird plays, man. Like the kid, their best player went. RJ he couldn't hit the ball, man. He couldn't even
Yeah.
game, right? For your best
Horrible.
players. Oh, that's not how they were destined to lose. They pretty much, to be honest, they choked. They pretty much because they weren't getting blown out at all. They play good defense. They play St. John's basketball. It's just they couldn't hit shots on the timely matter. And we all been saying this from the jump. They don't have no shooters. There's no shooters on that team.
They recruit shooters. They'll be back in it next year.
Yeah, I think the future is bright for St. John's. There's nothing to hang low on. I think a Sweet 16 would have been really good. I think it would have been better. Like if you lost in the Sweet 16, it wouldn't sting this much. But 10 being a 2 is a 10 being a 2, no matter how you look at it. So it's not good. It's not good, and it sucks. But I think the organization overall is headed in the right direction. I liked it. I'm glad St. John. When St. John's is good, it's good for New York. You know what I mean? Like people are gonna support the team. But right now it seems it's pretty much like Florida, Duke, are the 2 main ones really. I mean, I like Alabama. Houston looks good too. I'm just not sold on Auburn. Maryland is a good team, man. That's a good team. Although
they just don't have
a good
depth in the bench.
No, their players are gonna have to. They're pretty much 6, 7 deep at best.
Yeah. And
that team and that might going for you have to win 6 games. You have to win 6, right, to get to win it all. Yeah. But they might be done. They might be cooked, bro. That team is overworked. These guys are logging in minutes, big minutes. So if anybody get into foul trouble, that's the best bet to beat them is get them into foul trouble. And to be fair, Colorado State played a great game. That team, they pretty much won that game.
What's his name?
That shooter, that good. He looked like Steph Curry too. The kid with the little Satchel Bob throw. Yeah. Ryan, I think his name is. He was dropping threes like he was Steph Curry.
Number 10 was your first round pick. Colliford, I believe his name is.
Colliford from Maryland.
No, Colorado State.
Oh, okay. Because I think the kid I'm talking about was number 0.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was shooting threes. He pretty much saved. Like he kept them in the game. Pretty much. That
was crazy too. I think he had like 4 threes first half.
Yeah, it was a good game overall, but yeah, I mean, Maryland, they're hot right now. That's another team. If I'm anybody, I don't want to face them at all. That team is hot.
That team is hot. What happened today, though, it's like the opposite was happening to them the whole season. Yeah, they usually lose the buzzer beaters.
Garrett, all their losses were buzzer beaters. And today they won. They actually won by a buzzer beater.
Oh yeah, you're right. Their bench is fricked. They have 3 bench players.
Yeah.
Seeing their team, I'm like, wow.
Deep. That's not a deep team at all.
No. Florida though, it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. So wait, Florida versus Maryland now, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to fuck up my bracket, but I'm going with Florida, just because I don't want to fuck up my bracket. But I won't be shocked if Maryland does pull an upset.
It won't really be that much of an upset.
Yeah, I don't want to consider it an upset. I wouldn't call it an upset, but Maryland is really good. But we'll see. I still think Duke has the easiest path.
One of the best players.
I still think Duke has like the easiest path out of all those teams. Yeah. What's crazy is that Michigan. What's the score in the Michigan State game? Because I had that game as on upset watch.
Oh, did they end up losing?
Michigan State.
They won 71-63. Oh wait.
Wow.
What? Is that confirmed?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, so yeah, it's been We're good then.
I can see Michigan.
Yeah, it's final. It's final.
Auburn.
You see Michigan upsetting Auburn.
Yeah.
To me, like I'm not sold on Auburn anyway. Like I think Auburn is they went into the tournament losing 4 out of 5 games. You know what I mean, they stumbled into the tournament and still got a number 1 seed.
How they do that?
I honestly think St. John should have got that 1 seed.
I thought St. John was going to get a 3 seed, but the fact they got a 2 seed was pretty good.
I mean, it's because they won the conference and they have like one of the best records.
Yeah. And Auburn, I guess for Auburn, their argument is like they had a better strength of schedule overall. But
there's a lot of SEC teams in the tournament overall.
Yeah, it's a lot of SEC teams for sure.
I think the SEC knocked out all of the Big East teams.
Did they? Because Ole Miss won too, didn't they? No.
Yeah.
Did
Ole Miss. They're advanced or no? Wait. Yeah.
I think Marquette was. They lost in the first round to.
Yeah, they lost in the first round. Yeah.
To some. I forgot what team they lost to. With Colorado State, maybe.
I'm not sure, but I think
it was an SEC team.
There's no more Big East teams, right?
No.
Damn.
Marquette lost to New Mexico.
No, New Mexico. Yeah. That's a good team too.
Yeah, I mean, New Mexico. Don't sleep on that team. That's a good team.
Are they still in it?
I believe so. Did they win today, or there wasn't a close one today? I want to just.
Is that who lost? Did they play Michigan State?
I'm about to find out right.
Yeah, they lost to Michigan State. New Mexico lost to Michigan State.
That was today's game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who Michigan State beat to get to Ole Miss.
Yeah. Well, Kentucky, bro. I did not have to make it this far. I honestly thought I was gonna lose early. I thought I was gonna lose the last round.
Oh, it's a rivalry game. Kentucky versus Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's a big rivalry. Wow.
I can see Tennessee, another team that could win it all.
Mm-hmm. Tennessee's really good when they're focused, when they're playing right.
Yeah, there's some good players.
And the winner's going to play Houston or Purdue, which I don't know if either of those teams scare me.
Purdue's gonna lose.
Houston has the best defense in the country.
Houston's gonna win that game.
But Purdue's also it's hard to sleep on them.
I think Houston's a bad matchup for them. That's a bad matchup
defensively, but they're still a good team.
Yeah, they deserve to be there, but my money's on Houston on that one.
I like this kid Braden Smith on Purdue. It's pretty good.
He's good. Yeah, he's a legit player.
Yeah,
he could ball out. Yeah. Look, man, I'm enjoying this year's March Madness, Gary. You gotta jump on this wave, Gary. Yeah,
I know. I haven't been paying attention. I love March Madness, and I haven't been paying attention.
It's really this year's been really good.
Yeah,
a lot of really good players.
I've even been to March Madness games before. I went to a game in Syracuse. It was Kentucky versus somebody. Forget who, but
yeah. It was March Madness.
Oh yeah, it was the Elite Eight that year. It's a few years ago.
Damn.
They have the Elite Eight this year in Newark.
Oh really? In Prudential?
Duke Prudential.
Yeah,
Duke's bracket.
I call it the Duke Invitational anyway. That's what it is, the Duke bracket.
Yeah.
They better not lose that bracket, man. That's their bracket to lose.
It's Duke's bracket.
Yeah, watching the Duke game, that team seems like complete. Like.
Oh, the East bracket. I see.
Yeah.
So that's the next game or the Elite Eight or what? I guess it has to be.
Elite Eight.
Oh, okay.
Elite Eight, I believe.
Elite Eight, yeah. Well, so far so good, gentlemen. I think this is gonna be a good. There's no dominant team.
Which is good.
That's why it makes it so good. This is great.
Yeah, I think you don't think Duke's dominant.
No.
They have
very beatable.
All 5 of the players are supposed to go in the first round, I believe.
I don't know. I think Cooper Flag is a legit superstar. Yeah. He's legit, but you could beat that team. We've both seen better Duke teams than this.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, this Duke team is very beatable. If you get a team like who would play shit like you see how Arkansas is built, like that team is just long and just big bodies everywhere. Pause. If that team had consistent shooting and at least be consistent in anything in general, that team is so up and down. If it was a consistent team, they could beat Duke just by their size alone. They match up well with them. Yeah. And again, also need shooters. All right, what I'll say to beat Duke, you have to literally play close to perfect game. You have to shut down defense, obviously, and you have to have a legitimate 3-point shooting to beat that team. The Magic, Duke can shoot them. They got some shooters.
Yeah.
But I still think I'm not sold on them. Man. Yeah, I'm just not sold on them this year. I think a team like Houston could beat them. Because now Houston last year was good, but they didn't have no shooters. This year they got shooters, and they still got good defense. I think Houston could put it on them. Pause. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I still again, Florida's still my team because they just been dominant. They're hot, and the way they beat UConn, the game was close. They needed a game like that because they've been yeah, it was they was coasting a lot.
I was hoping UConn would win.
It would have been fun. It would have been fun.
Yeah.
But UConn don't play no defense, bro. UConn, this is a weak year for UConn. Right? UConn, this was a weak year for them. But the fact that they showed up and punched them in the mouth and they put up a fight, it was a good game. Florida needed that.
Yeah, what's crazy part is, with Florida, the most popular player is not even playing.
No, he's not. He's out, right?
The freshman center. 7'9".
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a giant, bro.
He's literally a giant. He's 7'9". Oh my god.
Yeah, the problem with him though, like
he's gonna be injury prone, like crazy if he gets to the NBA. Oh my god.
That's ball too. That's what he's gonna be.
His NBA career is gonna be about 2 seasons. He's gonna break his legs.
He's gonna be whatever Porzingis is looking like. You know what I mean? Brittle.
Brutal AF.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Jeez.
So I think that's pretty much our recap of the March Madness. Next week we'll be what in the final. We'll probably hit by Final Four time next weekend, right?
No, Elite Eight, because the Elite Eight starts. No, Final Four probably. Yeah. So wait, Elite Eight. I'm sorry.
Elite Eight.
Sweet 16 starts, I believe, next Thursday, and then it goes right to the Elite Eight after.
Man, I'm just having a blast watching March Madness this year. It's been good. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's a good tournament.
Yeah, and it's good, like a nice segue from not talking about football.
Yeah.
I'll get your mind away
from football. The coming NBA draft is gonna have a lot of talent.
I'm not sold on it yet. I know Cooper Flag is clear cut, and then some other guys too, but it all depends on where they land. You know what I mean? That's the problem. I think Cooper Flag, if you can get lucky and Philly gets the #1 pick, they're right back in it, man.
Yeah, Flag, Embiid, McCain, Maxey, not Quinn Grimes.
And Grimes all of a sudden.
Yeah. That'd be nasty.
That'd be fucking crazy. But yeah, I look, Philly will be right back in it, man. Sure, whatever. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You know, like when I saw them too, like their record is exactly what I'm not surprised by what Philly looks like. I just feel bad for Max because he deserves better. You know what I mean? But it's just like it is what it is. I feel bad for
King. I wish he never got hurt.
Yeah, he was clear cut and rookie of the year. Clear cut, rookie of the year. So and he came in with a chip on his shoulder too, because he didn't like the fact he was drafted so low. He really didn't like that. He thought he was a legit top 10 pick, and he played like it for the first couple of months of the season, and then he got hurt. Not his fault, but he was definitely the rookie of the year. Not even close. Not even close. All right, gentlemen, let's wrap this up. It's 1 o'clock.
Yep.
All right. Good game. Good talks, man. Good night, beautiful people. Don't forget, like and subscribe. I'm Ja. That's Van, and that's GPS out there somewhere in the universe. There he is. All right. All right, guys. Deuces.